not anything that people are going to do, and it was shocking. I can tell you, Howard and I and Todd, we all Scott, we were all speaking about it before, and we said, where did that come from?
What if China really holds a chokehold over the metals that power every smartphone, electric vehicle, battery, and missile? Could the United States response, a $1 billion purchase of critical minerals, be the boldest countermove yet? And what might happen if supply chains break or costs skyrocket worldwide? So, wherever you are, if you want in-depth clarity on trade wars, tech, and minerals that decide the future, subscribe now. You're watching Scop AI, delivering global tech, trade, and defense news. Let's get started. China recently tightened export controls on rare earth elements and related technologies like mining, processing, recycling, and magnet production. These controls mean that even if a product made abroad includes even small traces of Chinese rare earth material or technology, Chinese export licenses or approvals may now be required. The justification given is national security and concerns about military or dual-use applications of rare earths. So, in response to the growing concerns, the United States Department of Defense, through the Defense Logistics Agency, is gearing up to make a substantial move. They're planning to purchase about $1 billion worth of critical minerals to bolster their stockpiles. Now, the minerals they're eyeing reportedly include cobalt, antimony, tantalum, scandium, and others that are crucial for defense systems, radar, missiles, and high-tech applications. The main goal here is to reduce dependency on Chinese supply chains, ensure availability, and, avoid being left vulnerable if export restrictions get even tighter. Rare earths and certain critical metals, they're really at the heart of so many technologies today. We're talking about permanent magnets, battery technology, aerospace components, and defense electronics like missiles and radar. Now, here's the thing. China has a significant hold on the processing and refining of many of these materials. The United States, on the other hand, currently lacks the scale when it comes to processing many medium and heavy rare earths. Building up domestic supply chains, well, it takes time and quite a bit of capital investment. For tech and defense firms, there could be possible supply shortages, rising costs, and delays in projects if materials are held back or licenses are denied. For global manufacturers, things like electric vehicles, smart devices, and military equipment might become more expensive or just slower to produce. For the United States, there's the risk of falling behind in defense readiness, and honestly, there's also a real economic risk if domestic suppliers just can't scale up fast enough. So let's talk about what could happen next. In Scenario A, if China holds firm and demand rises, the United States and its allies might scramble for alternate sources. Prices could spike and, we'd probably see some serious supply chain disruptions. In Scenario B, with partial mitigation, the United States accelerates mining and refining, allied countries increase cooperation, and some supply shifts so the price shock is minimized. And then, in Scenario C, if there's diplomatic de-escalation and new trade agreements, China might loosen controls under pressure. The United States forms deals with other producers, like Australia or countries in Africa, and, with technology developments, reliance on rare earths could actually decrease. If you're thinking about investments, keep an eye on companies that mine or refine rare earths outside of China. Investments in recycling and alternate technologies are likely to benefit too. It's smart to watch policy moves, tariffs, licenses, and diplomatic agreements because they really do affect supply, price, and stability. Oh, and don't forget to monitor how defense demand rises. If military tech needs intensify, that could drive sustained demand and higher prices. In a world where every chip, every battery, and every missile depends on just a few rare metals, China's export controls matter more than ever. The United States' $1 billion push for critical minerals shows just how serious things have become. What do you think? Will this move break China's dominance over rare earths, or is it too little, too late? comment below, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on how minerals are reshaping global power.